care of something that just could not wait. But we're back in a full swing of things now. Let's take a look at a little bit more of the reboot for Black Panther for the Ultimate Universe in Marvel. I have not seen this.
While this goes down, is you have these two Wakandan spies who were watching everything happen as these people are rounded up or they're eradicated, eliminated, whatever the case is. And these guys in witnessing...
Well, we wait for some folks to show up.
We have seen enough, yet we have done nothing. Their time will come, brother. We have seen the anger of Ra and Khonshu. Soon, they will know the justice of Wakanda. Now, at that point, you pick up with Black Panther. Now, here's the other thing. For those of you guys who are not caught up, you'll find a link to the playlist at the end of this video. In effect, right, like the Maker, basically an evil alternate version of Reed Richards, had gone to an alternate universe, this particular universe that we're in here, and basically changed the past so that superheroes never came into existence in their traditional way. And so they're all kind of coming into existence in their own new ways. Hence the reason why you're going to see some big differences here. One of the biggest differences from the main Marvel universe...
I love seeing things played with like that. We're doing something similar in our old alternate universe.
Instead, he's married to Okoye, which I'm going to be honest with you guys, I never knew I needed this. I think these guys are like a perfect couple. It makes perfect sense, especially thinking about the
that's fucking awesome.
MCU. It just works, right? I love the idea. But the other thing is that much like the MCU, Okoye was at one point the general of the Dora Milaje.
Am I the only asshole in here?
Nope.
She's not really playing that role anymore.
Yeah, there's more like me. I'm definitely not alone then.
I had to step away for a little bit, so I just stopped the stream altogether.
What is a king if not subject to
Let's see.
The two of them don't
Here we go.
Oh, I sent you in a private DM. I sent you the movie night suggestion.
Oh, I didn't have time for it. I was already streaming.
And so one of the coolest things that goes on
I meant like I'm just letting you know. I'm not telling you like go
No, I
sit
saw it.
down. You need to watch it. This shit's
I saw it.
It's still very much alive.
I'm gonna talk in the angry
Now, I do have some I guess not great news. It's not sucky, but I am pretty booked solid for the rest of the month with the agency. We have a lot of events planned, and there's a lot of them on Fridays. All of them, in fact, most of them. We'll still have game night.
Yeah, no, I was thinking of doing like I was thinking of calling it like wrestling with chaos.
Just have a night of watching matches, talking about matches, or whatever. This does, right? Even during Jonathan,
you know what I mean? Going through some old lore because I've been getting roped back into ECW again, dude, and I kind of missed it.
That's cool.
I'm not gonna lie. Like it was a good promotion.
Right now, we're looking at the new origin of Black Panther in the new Ultimates universe.
Oh, okay, cool.
And so on and so forth. This just feels wholly different here, and the reason is that as they go back,
You want me to start it again?
It's
no, we're fine.
Are you still playing?
I mean, if you want to, go for it, bro.
No, we're good. We're good. We'll keep going. But yeah,
brutal dreams of a king. Perhaps
it might give us some ideas for our own AU. But I do also have that stuff pulled up. Something I noticed about your character,
one of the cool things to notice here,
for whatever reason, you don't have any tags, so we'll have to go through that. It won't. I mean, it's just further character creation. It's not a big deal.
His belief system for someone like T'Challa.
And it'll be super duper easy.
Now, the other cool thing is that you're not
I'm gonna be coming up with some. You know what? This is distracting. I'll just play something superhero-y in the background. So we're like taking a look at your tune here. If you want to jump into Roll20, you're more than welcome. But coming over here, I am sharing this on Discord, so you can take a look.
Watching.
All right, so we got your tags. We know you're not AI. You're also not an alien. You don't. Well.
Oh, that's right. This is a sativa.
Okay, now, not an alternate form because the symbiotes will still work whether it's out or not. What's that?
I was about to ask that. Sorry, like
you sound kind of far away.
I'm not. I'm like right from my microphone.
You don't sound as rich as you were a second ago.
I don't know what's going on there, dude.
Are you talking into it or next to it?
No, I'm talking at it.
Don't talk at it. It's a side address.
No, it's flipped right now, so it's not side address. Like the way that I have my mic set up where I'm sitting at my bed. It kind of
the mic, like the mic itself is a side address mic. Do you need to address it
I
from the
understand
side?
that, but I mean, even addressing it from the side, it's still it still picks it up from where I am. Like if I talk next to it or I talk in front of it, it doesn't really mess with anything because I've checked it while recording. It still picks it up.
Oh, I know it picks it up, but never mind, man.
Like that's why I'm like, dude, I'm sitting where I'm sitting. I'm at the edge of my bed, staring at my door. The microphone is to my left. So that's why I'm saying, like, it's sitting right in front of me, but it's to my left. I don't know why you're not able to pick up, or why the audio cuts out like that for you.
It's not cutting out. It's just less rich.
Don't know what to tell you, man.
I'm just letting you know what my experience is, man.
I get you.
Okay, so we know you don't have any auditory issues. You have no legal authority of any kind. You're not part of an organization that can provide a lot of backup like a police force. You might have access to the black market, but we didn't really talk about that for anything like what your character was. You're not a convict, you're not cursed, you're not dead. You don't have any dependents. You might have an enemy.
Maybe.
Extreme appearance. Yeah, I guess when you're
Right,
oh no,
I would say
because you can specifically hide your identity. You're a symbiote.
Oh, no. Yeah, true.
You're not a gamma mutate, so no green door for you. You might have a headquarters. It could be anything from a fucking base, a cave, just a lair, fucking apartment, place where you store, repair, and work on equipment and shit.
Well, I assume he would have to have it in his apartment, considering that, you know, where the fuck is he gonna find a secret lair?
But you also don't require any equipment.
In the sewers.
You also don't require any equipment.
There's a lizard man down there. That would just be too funny. Just we're not going back in the sewers. There's a lizard man down there.
That's his turf.
Yeah, that's why he's like, we're not going back there.
You don't go fucking around and.
That shit was spooky.
Also, given the fact that right now the lizard would roll you.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, we're not going back there. That shit was scary. Did you see that?
And so this is mostly for people that work on stuff. You know, work on equipment and shit. You really don't need it.
No.
And that doesn't mean you don't have a place. It just means it's not like a headquarters sort of thing.
Yeah, it's just his apartment.
No, you don't need to work on any equipment. Like Peter Parker's apartment, you would call that a headquarters. Why? He works on his equipment and suits and shit there.
Yeah.
You're not hounded because you're not a member of a group of people who are persecuted for simply being themselves. That's for mutants and mutates and things like that. You might be hunted by the law for crimes you may or may not have actually committed. That's up to you. You do have a mirror. You do have a mirror image, so I'm not worried about that. Immunity to anything? Not really. You're obviously not inhuman or a mutant, so no, neither one of those. You don't need a lab. Linguist? Like, you did spend time in the Middle East, and the Clintar are pretty good at linguistics.
Yeah.
So that's a choice.
That might be something you pick up,
Yeah, a mentor? Everybody kind of has one, so I'd say yeah. I think yours is... Miguel?
No, I was gonna say Venom.
No, he's not in the protocol, and Venom just wouldn't give a shit. He would more likely to want to kill you. On account of one of his descendants, and his descendants tend to be pretty fucking bad. You're not mute. You know where your powers came from. Do you have any obligations, responsibilities to certain people, places, or organizations that rely on you? Like an Aunt May, or like Robbie Reyes' little brother?
1 weekend a month. Every year, his ass belongs to the United States military.
1 week in a month? Wait, did you? No, but you got drummed. You got sectioned, remember?
Oh yeah, that's right. That would have been funnier though.
But
still have that.
But it could be people. It could be a neighborhood that you really protect. this is what makes your character grounded and interesting, because it gives something that enemies and other stories can happen to and around. Like Martin Lee, really nice guy, one of May's best friends, but Mr. Negative is an entirely different story. So like, just May being involved there is a big deal for Peter. You might be poor. You might be powerful, like you have access to the resources of an entire community. Your identity might be public. You could be radioactive. Rich, if you really want to. Secret identity, like people don't know that Slack is Vinny Vasquez.
Hey, why would they?
It's up to you, honestly. Like Eddie Brock doesn't hide
No, it makes sense.
that he's Venom, or he has been Venom several times. You don't have any signature weapons, so to speak. You have a signature attack type thing, but that's not the same. I think this is specifically talking about a piece of equipment. You're not Sorcerer streetwise. We know you're streetwise. We know that for a fact. Well, you don't have any vision issues. You're not worshipped. You don't have an X gene, and you're not that young. Like under 18 is what that means. You don't have all speak. What was the one we thought was really cool? Poor? No. Immunity, Krakoa, and Linebacker, linguist. You would choose the language that you speak. Poor, powerful, public, or secret identity, one of the two you could go with. Or a patron?
Yeah.
It's like a wealthy benefactor. Like if like we don't have access to patron, it's gonna be in the Avengers book, I think. No, Spider-Verse, okay. I guess. It made more sense if it's in the fucking Avengers book, on the fact of everybody's patron there in the Avengers is Tony goddamn Stark.
Those Peters.
Like, we know you have...
Peter goes to work for Stark Industries.
It's in some continuities. Peters is one of those stories that's, besides the main points, is pretty mutable across different runs and stuff. Not mute, poor, powerful, rich, or... I mean, if you don't choose rich or poor, that means you do okay. Doing whatever you do for a living. Right. Like, you can pay for your Chicago apartment or house rental, whatever you're doing. Or you live in a family home, and then we would say, okay, you definitely need obligation then, because you have an obligation to at least the home, and more than likely also your parents or family members that are, things like that in the neighborhood or whatever, to give you some grounding. Like Doom's obligation, his mother, and Latveria. Peter is Aunt May and school. Like, most of the time, most of the versions of Peter Parker in school in some way.
Yep.
Can confirm.
And, hey, that's the same thing with America Chavez. She goes to school.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, funny thing people don't realize about her is she's actually stupid smart, too. Like, she's really, really intelligent. I would go that far. Let's see here. No, that's not what we need. That's what we need. America Chavez. Fortunately, her name starts with an A. America Chavez, who is one of my favorite characters. I think she's just cool. And she has a fucking 8-pack. But okay, it's not that she's super smart, it's just she hits like a truck. And like a fucking truck. Look at her damage multiplier. Like, she hits you, you are going to notice.
Like, definitely you are getting bodied. It's just a question of when.
Pretty much, man. You don't have a lunar transformation. Mod Uri or Wyri. Wyri, I don't know how you pronounce that shit. That's for Eternals. You're not an Eternal. Mute Mysterious Obligation. Again, only if you want. Like, you don't have to have any of these things. I just think personally that they make your character story richer and gives more opportunity for things to happen in the story that you would care about. Otherwise, it's just like, why the fuck would, like, Slack, it's not in his nature to do anything heroic. Slack would like to sit around and eat chocolate all day. You know?
Watch my story. Slack likes daytime dramas.
I like that. You should write that down. You should really write that down. That's an interesting thing about your character. Like, it's a minor thing, but I still think it's super important.
No, I was gonna write it down. That's why I was like, Slack really likes his daytime dramas.
And you should like make up some, or if you can remember any names of any in-universe daytime dramas that's ever been mentioned. Maybe that Miss what's his name, Wonder Man may have been in or something. I don't know. Let's see. You're not dead. Oh, you might have dependents like family members, young children, elderly relatives, people that rely on you to make ends meet. That's one of the things that's very compelling about Robbie Reyes is he's got a disabled little brother. And he can't abandon that obligation, but he also is still a spirit of vengeance, and that's a huge conflict with it, you know? Maybe you have an obligation to your hood, you know, your neighborhood there in Chicago, whichever part of Chicago you're from. Probably not a nice part of Chicago, and I'm not being racist here. It breaks down that way. Like, people with more melanation tend to have lower property values. You know, so you could be like I don't know if like it's inner city in Chicago. I don't know the bad parts of Chicago. I just know Chicago bad.
Look up the word O Block. You will see how bad.
Do you want to be from O Block? Are you O Block's defender?
I am not a gangster disciple. No, I am not black. I will be very much dead in that area.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, just pick an area. You could be.
Yeah, I get you. But you'd get the idea of like how bad it can be.
Yeah. And now, see, if you were to pick public or secret identity, that can add complications to your character's life too. Like, people don't know you're Slack. And if they found out, they might be able to get at somebody that you're obligated to, or that you have that depends on you, you know? Or it might get in the way of another obligation you have, like you mentioned, you know, you could be in the guard. Or you could be, you know, trying to get in, like, maybe you work for a military PMC, or you work as private security, and you have an obligation to that job. You can't be leaving that job to go do heroic and or Slack related things.
I was gonna mention the privateer aspect, trying to go. Maybe he got kicked out and he went privateer.
That's entirely possible, because I know Tigra operates that way, and which one of Mark Spector is a mercenary. A bunch of like the Punisher will sometimes take jobs. Craven definitely takes jobs. You know, so yeah, it's entirely possible that you do that, and so you might have. I mean, you could be. Let's see. Let's look at your traits and tags. You have a quick mind, and you're very focused for someone of your mental attributes. You're very agile on account of your free running. You're weird. Oh, some people either love you or hate you. And so yeah, it's just like little layers and depths and things, and there's tags for all of it. And I think that's one of the coolest parts of this system is these aren't just fluff. These matter in the story. And yeah, like the other books, like media awareness, the character's aware or simply believes that they're in a comic book adaptation thing.
Like
Gwen. Or Deadpool.
Gwenpool.
Or Deadpool.
No, the reason I'm saying Gwenpool is because she literally got pulled from our world into theirs.
Oh no, I know, but Deadpool also has media awareness.
No, he does.
He doesn't. I mean, yeah, actually, sometimes he'll climb from one panel to another.
Yeah, and the only reason he has media awareness is because Loki basically showed him.
Yep. Okay, so let's think about Vanny, right? Why did he join the military? Probably. I mean, maybe he was just a lost and disaffected youth who had no direction in his life, and there was a really fucking persuasive dude who was like, "Hey, man, you want fucking front row seats to the Knicks or the Bulls game, you know, and yes, just come on into the recruiter office and just have a conversation with us, you know." They'll do shit like that. They'll like buy tickets to the Final Four and shit for people. It's insane.
Man, you want to get yourself? Hey, join the military, man. Yeah, you'll definitely make special forces if you join up as a cook. Totally. Yeah, that's something that'll happen. Yeah, dude. Yeah, no, in like no time, dude. Look at it this way, man. It's payday.
Well, but here's the thing.
You have $7 left in your bank account.
What was it in his life that made him want to do that? Did he have people that he needed to support? Was he sending a lot of that money home? What's the reason that he didn't fall into a life of crime, which is, especially in Marvel, very, very common for people of your area, right? What kept him out of that? What are the ties that bind you to being a good dude, you know?
Something like he got snatched or he got arrested for a fucking crime he wasn't part of. Like his homeboy did it and then split and left him holding the bag. And so he was given the option of, by a very hard-headed judge, either enlist or go to prison.
Okay.
A 4-year contract versus 7 in jail.
It's an 8-year contract, but yeah. You only serve actively on a portion of it, and then the rest of it, it's a ready reserve. They could call you up at any time, and they usually do. You'll usually be like, "I go home tomorrow." Like, nope, here's your orders. You've been reactivated, ready reserve. We're stop-lossing you. And so yeah, but what about? I don't know. Who gave him that? Who is this character's Uncle Ben? Or it doesn't have to be Spider-Man related type thing. And just people, places, ideals, things in your life that shaped you and that you might still have connections to. So give me some story to use is what I mean. Because that's a thing in the past. That's a good thing to write down. Like if that happened, that's why you went in the military. You didn't necessarily like it, and you got out, and you did your time and you got out. And so, what has he been doing since then? Is he just without family altogether? Does he have no friends, no connections, no contacts, no money owed to somebody? Make it complicated. The more complicated it is, the more stories I can run with you, especially since you guys are this level, this rank 2. And that's something I wanted to talk about with people as well. Is do you feel that your characters place in the world right now fits rank 2. You know what I mean by that?
No, I get you. I understand that. I
Okay.
agree with it. Like, you're already semi-established, so there has to be some backstory to why you are the way you are.
Of course, yeah. And so that's why I recommend things like obligation or dependence, because it gives you a little bit something for me to sink my teeth into when I'm writing the stories. Or better yet, you end up writing the story yourself, like with everybody else, but discussing with people and doing these sessions like we do, so that we can build a really cool story. And the only heavy lifting I have to do is actually running the damn thing and figuring out how to make those stories flow together. Like, they wouldn't have approached you from the protocol unless unless you had that. I don't want to say that dog in you, because it's the opposite of that dog, right? You're heroic.
Have you already established that what's his name from fucking Spider-Man came up to him?
Well, yeah, it was Bucky came and he took charge of you. You know, you're discharging you, walked you out, and he was like, "Here's somebody wants to talk to you. Here, go to call this number." Blah blah blah. And then he fucked off because he's a public figure and he has to be very delicate about when he's reaching out to people that are going to go into his clandestine organization. And so, hey, maybe it was Captain America that inspired him. Like Captain America's been around.
Yeah, every kid looks up to Captain. He's spray painted on walls and murals.
Yeah, Spider-Man too.
Not just Bucky, but there was also the first black Captain America.
That is true. Isaac. Fuck.
Tip of my tongue too.
Yeah. And so, well, I don't know if necessarily Miguel makes your Isaiah Bradley. Yeah, he was cool in the Captain America and the Winter Soldier, or the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and then in Captain America Brave New World. He was awesome. Let's see. Yeah, so who are your people? You know how they say, who are your people, right? Where are you from? What's your street? Because I'm pretty sure that in hoods the worldwide, the countrywide, those words are words that mean, should you be here? So where you from?
Yeah.
Who's your peeps? What's your crew? Do you have a crew? Well, I mean, you do now. The other player characters, but what ties you to Chicago? How about that?
Well, obviously, he was born and raised there.
Okay, good ties. Loves his town. The Bears. You probably go to Chad the Bird shows all the time. Chicago's favorite son. Fight me. Ditka. The entire Mongolian hordes are Mike Ditka. With Ditka all day. You don't remember that?
Yeah, I remember that one.
We give you worthy. Yeah.
Deemed worthy as he.
Like, Thor leaves his hammer somewhere, or drops it, or whatever the fuck happens, or he throws it at you and you catch it. That would immediately endear him to you. By the way, you'd be like, thou art worthy.
Like, it gets stuck to his hand. He's just trying to shake it off. Like, dude, it doesn't want to leave. It doesn't want to let go. What does it mean when it doesn't want to let go?
It means that Slack wants it.
Like,
Slack can stick to walls.
Guys, I'm starting to get worried. Slack, let it go. I'm not holding it. That would just be like the funniest conversation. That's probably why he's considered weird.
Yeah.
I mean, you're standing in an elevator and you're hearing your fucking coworker talking to himself. You're gonna question if all his fucking beans are in the same pot.
Yeah, especially if you can hear the symbiote, which generally, yeah, it's in your head.
Or when you take hits in the boat. Right? Like, especially like he's in your head. So of course you're just talking out loud. It's like,
No, maybe, are you sure you want to do that? I mean, that is weird, but it could also seem like you're very distracted. And I mean, oftentimes the
maybe that's why he was
Clintar.
sectioned. That's why he was sectioned. They thought he was starting to just show signs of schizophrenia when it was really just slack fucking talking in his head.
Could be.
Hey,
Like,
Vinny, remember the Smurfs? God damn it! Shut the fuck up. What did you say to me, What did you say to me, soldier? Nothing, sir. I wasn't.
ooh, yeah, that's a good reason for that helps explain the weird.
Right.
But and we know why you're streetwise. You're born and raised in fucking Chi-Town, right?
Yeah.
The Windy City. I don't know what they call it there. But yeah, who your people? Are you? Are you?
I can work on that over this weekend. I just gotta have some time to like brainstorm it.
Like, yeah. I mean, is your character maidenless?
The music start to feel like more of the vibe, and start to feel like, you know, exactly where they come from, exactly where it comes from.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
oh great, we're gonna be listening to Midwest hip hop this week, folks. Come join me on my live.
you can't play that on your live.
Oh, I can't, but I can sure as hell fucking talk about it all I want.
That's true.
All right, so it starts with this group. Does anyone know who Colin?
That is very true.
The actor, but before he was an actor, come with me. I'm gonna need you to get a pen and a pad because it's gonna be like walking through the fucking Halo books. You're gonna get lost, and we can't talk about certain things without talking about other things in depth before coming back to. You'll get used to it.
Yeah. Thinking. Oh man.
I just found out there is a don't ask me why, but there is a Halo RPG, tabletop RPG.
That's not surprising.
It's interesting, but yeah, the lore for Halo is fucking crazy.
Mm.
The guy that was trying to do a video of just talking about the main lore, and he had to keep breaking off to like to reference certain things. He's like, I really don't want to do this. I'm trying to stay on track, folks. It gets hairy. I was like, damn.
That's wild.
Sick. Yeah, fucking crazy.
Powers. Jump, spider dodge. Oh yeah, okay. You still have the wall crawling, but you don't have the web slinging. Yeah. You have jumping. No, you can shoot venom blast. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Well, I mean, not so far. Like, we haven't. I don't think we've by any means picked all your tags. But it's a start. Yeah, it's a start, you know, like, you might speak Spanish, or you might speak fucking Farsi.
I was about to say, dude, you could speak, well, due to Slack, you could probably speak Farsi.
Wait, I don't know what language they spoke in Iraq.
Give me a second, I can Google that.
And damn, do you have some weaknesses?
Ooh, he could speak for, hold on. The language in Iraq is Mesopotamian Arabic, also called Iraq Arabic. Different dialects exist within Iraq, with Baghdadi Arabic being the most widely understood. Kurdish as well is also spoken in Iraq. The West Iranian language is the second most spoken in Iraq, and is mainly spoken by the Kurdish population, with Central Kurdish, Sorani, and Northern Kurdish,
all right, well, let's not break it down that much. That's interesting, by the way. But Arabic will work. Oh, does he speak Spanish?
Yes, he does.
So you're gonna need another shot of
Probably
linguist.
Probably like broken Spanish.
Oh, okay, not
He's neither good nor he's
You're not-
neither good nor bad.
you're not
He's
fluent in it,
no.
but you're fluent in Arabic.
Again, Slack.
I mean, Slack could have. Oh yeah, Slack spoke.
That's why he gets along with the local bodega owner so well.
See, boom.
And Slack walks in. Slack's only reply is, "Hey, Habibi." Just
I know what you want. I know what you want. And be like, dishes out some goat brains.
3-pack goat brains, a 3-pack of fucking
Wait.
Ferrero Rochers,
Wait,
and a Perrier.
I don't think I don't know if goat brains are halal.
Huh?
I don't know if brains are halal.
Ooh, I don't know. Yeah, no, it might not be goat brains, but you know, he can always order them from something. He goes to another. No, that's why he goes to his local. He goes to his local butcher shop. They sell the whole pig head, the brains inside of it. Closest thing to human, Vinny. I am so very aware of that. Do you want to know why I'm aware of that, Slack? Who are you talking to, sir? No, sorry. Internal monologue. Sorry.
Damn. So it sounds like, yeah, you got a little bit of thinking to do, but this is a good time to brainstorm it. And what else have you been seeing going on in Marvel that might be an interesting, read?
Shit, dude. I mean, there's always something good. I've been getting into the DC universe lately because of the fucking, what is it? Absolute.
Yeah. Been hearing about that.
Absolute's just after they killed Darkseid, it's apparently it's a shattered or remnant of Darkseid, just basically exacting his revenge on all of the Justice League for having murked him. Specifically Batman, because Batman was the one who threw the killing blow. Yeah, so Darkseid's just having fun fucking with him, but for some reason decided to give him fucking, god damn Catwoman. Selena Kyle is... Damn.
Elaborate.
She a hottie.
Oh. I never freaking drawn pictures.
Brazilian and all that shit, but like every other one, they don't always make her a hottie. They made her fucking but not just hot,
they
smart, and fucking effective, but
they always make her a hottie. It's one of her traits, and she knows it.
The fuck is that on the dude's throat? Oh yeah, they also made the Joker into some reptilian fucking creature, like Killer Croc. It's so much fucking worse than that, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, apparently the skit that they have going is that every time that regular Joker gets pulled into the absolute universe, he has to go to therapy.
Damn. Yeah, no, I saw that meme. I saw that meme.
Beings in the Marvel universe.
Just goddamn, dude, that one felt bad too. I'm just like, goddamn, dude.
The Hulk's childlike mindset craves peace and acceptance, but his
dude, Bane in Absolute Batman's fucking worst.
Make him feared and
I can imagine.
He breaks the bat, but not physically.
Countless times, whether by holding back cataclysmic disasters.
Was Red Hulk just fucking hugging on fucking Rocket like nothing?
I don't know. I looked away.
Oh shit. No, dude, fine. You smoked the last bowl. I barely even got a hit off of it.
He's a protector,
Dude, you
a
took more than I
reluctant
took.
hero who fights for those who cannot fight for themselves.
I didn't get anything.
His most iconic stories, such
You
as
got an
Planet
entire bowl.
Hulk and World War Hulk, show his evolution from a mindless wrecking ball to a leader and symbol of resistance. Ultimately, the Green Hulk represents the duality of strength and vulnerability, power and restraint, and the ongoing battle between control and chaos. This is what makes him an enduring and complex symbol in the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
The Grey Hulk, also known as Joe Fixit, is one of the most intriguing and complex versions of Bruce Banner.
I'm 100% getting
unlike the Green Hulk, who
hot
thrives
fucking
on
hits
pure
off that.
rage
Dude.
and grows
Good,
stronger
hey.
with anger. The Grey Hulk embodies a different side of Banner's psyche,
Gross.
cunning, self-serving, and morally ambiguous. First
Goddamn, I love the Grey Hulk.
in The Incredible Hulk #1.
He's more suave.
Created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. Initially, the Hulk was intended to be gray.
He actually had
Due to
control of
printing
the
issues, his color was
of the
changed to
Hulk
green
ability.
in subsequent issues.
Oh yeah, well, it's a completely different.
Man.
Like, it's not Bruce Banner though. It's still a completely different
Grey Hulk evolved into
personality.
with a distinct identity, most notably as a Las Vegas enforcer and fixer, adopting the name Joe Fixit. Joe Fixit is smaller and physically weaker than the Green Hulk, but what he lacks in brute strength, he makes up for with street smarts and a sharp wit. This Hulk isn't about mindless destruction. He's manipulative and calculated, using his intellect to outthink opponents and survive in a world that fears him. Operating in the shadows of Las Vegas, the Grey Hulk has carved out a life that allows him to indulge in greed and personal gain, often wearing
Oh, wow. He's more of a villain.
exuding a confident
Right.
swagger. What sets the Grey Hulk apart is his willingness to embrace morally gray areas. Unlike the Green Hulk, who fights out of instinct and emotion, Joe Fixit is perfectly comfortable breaking rules or making morally questionable decisions to get what he wants.
Oh, damn.
This version of the Hulk is more in control of his transformations, often appearing only at night, which adds a layer of mystery and danger to his character. Despite his selfish tendencies, the Grey Hulk isn't entirely without a conscience. He has moments of loyalty and heroism, often stepping in to protect those he cares about or to take down threats that endanger his interests. Motivations are
Hey,
usually
try it, Wilson.
realistic, making him a more complex and unpredictable version of the Hulk. The Grey Hulk
Bro, if
challenges
fucking
the idea
Peter
of what it
walks you
means to be a
down,
hero, showing that
what
strength
makes you
isn't
think you're
just
gonna
about
fucking
muscle,
stand a
it's also
chance
about
against the
cunning and
Hulk?
adaptability.
Right?
Red Hulk. The Red Hulk.
And that's
Red
'cause
Hulk,
fucking
is one of the most powerful and
Parker
mysterious
had
incarnations
fucking
of the
tried
Hulk,
so
making his
hard
first
to
appearance in
not
Hulk #1 in
just
2008.
run
This
his
fiery
shit.
version of the
Yeah,
character
for a long time.
stands with his brutal
Long
tactics and
time
raw
until
power,
fucking
as he seems to be the
Wilson
antithesis
decided
of
to
Bruce
fucking
Banner's
go
Hulk. Unlike the Green
and do
Hulk,
whatever the
Red
fuck
Hulk
he
does not
it
get
was he did
stronger
to
with
piss him
anger.
off.
Instead, his body
I think he might have killed somebody.
as his rage grows, making
Yeah,
him
well, he learned
capable
about
of
the
melting
he learned
surroundings
about
and
the
overwhelming
Spider-Man that
opponents in
doesn't
ways no other
choke.
Hulk can. The true
Mhm.
identity of the Red Hulk was initially a closely guarded
Like,
secret, adding to
broke
his mystique.
into the
Eventually,
prison
it was revealed that he
to
was
run
General
those
Thaddeus
hands.
Thunderbolt Ross.
God damn,
Ross's longtime
he broke into the prison to run that fade.
Ross's
Yes, bro.
transformation into the Red Hulk was
It's
born
the
out of
greatest
desperation to
comic
finally
ever,
defeat
dude.
the Hulk he had hunted
That
for
issue is
years,
just-
using a
Yeah, like,
simple
just
military
breaks it,
experiment to gain
whoops his ass
powered
into.
strength. However,
He
becoming
breaks the
Red Hulk
fucking
also
concrete.
turned
He
Ross
was
into a
trying
monster
to
himself,
literally
blurring the
put
line
him
between
beneath
hero
the
and villain.
prison.
Unlike other Hulks, the Red Hulk is a skilled strategist and military.
Man.
I just told him
Much of
now.
Ross's tactical
Think
brilliance
about this.
and
I can do
discipline
this
makes him a
whenever
formidable
I
opponent. As he
want.
combines
What
raw
makes you
strength with
think I
calculated
just
aggression,
don't
the Red Hulk
do
doesn't
it?
hesitate to use lethal
The
force.
Yeah.
next time you
More
ask for
ruthless
this
than the
fucking
Green Hulk,
fade to be
often
run,
letting destruction
this
to
is
his
what
fate.
you're
Over
asking
time,
for.
Red Hulk's story of
Damn, that's cold.
Fucking push me and just walks away with that like anger of it. Just is like,
alongside other heroes, though his methods remain controversial. His
Like,
dual role
yeah,
as both enemy
Doc
and
Ock may
reluctant
fuck my
ally
grandma,
adds
my
complexity
aunt,
to his
but what
character,
makes you
making
think
him
I
one
won't
of the
whoop
most
your ass?
unpredictable versions of the Hulk. With
That's
his
For real, dude.
stopping- Is that the
military
only thing
expertise
stopping you
and
from whooping
relentless
Octavius' ass?
determination,
No, he's
Red
actually
Hulk
genuinely a
stands
good
out as a
person.
unique and
I
fearsome
actually
force in
do
the
love my
Marvel
Uncle Ock.
universe. Purple Hulk.
I'm sorry, your
Purple
Uncle who?
Hulk, a striking and
What?
unique addition to the
Yeah,
Hulk legacy.
him and
was
May got
revealed
married
to
for a
be
little
none
bit.
other
They had
than
to
Norman
divorce
Osborn
because
in an alternate
Uncle Ock
storyline. This
was
version first
afraid
appeared
of
in
her
Ultimate
getting
Comics,
hurt.
Ultimate
Did you not pay attention to
24/7
anything he said this
2013,
entire?
where
Wow, you
Norman
really are a
Osborn,
bad
the
friend.
notorious Green Goblin and longtime nemesis of Spider-Man,
Who's he saying that to?
into a Hulk-like
Like, just
being
imagine
who
him
has
saying that to
combination
fucking
of
to
super
Wilson.
soldier
Just have you
serum
never
and
paid
gamma
attention to anything he
radiation.
said?
Unlike
Wow, you
Bruce
really are a
Banner,
bad friend.
whose Hulk transformations are driven
I
by
don't think
rage and trauma,
Octavius and Wilson would really run much in the same. Because I'm pretty sure Octavius would still have problems with the way Fisk does things.
He's been hired by Fisk before. They've had their team ups and stuff.
Who the fuck is the Purple Hulk? This is new to me.
His transformation into the Purple Hulk serves as a terrifying example of what happens
Damn,
when
dude.
unrelenting ambition meets unimaginable power. The purple hue is significant, symbolizing a merging of Osborn's Green Goblin identity with the gamma
Oh.
Hulk. Unlike other Hulks, Norman's version is less a victim of circumstance and more a calculated decision to gain ultimate strength. This adds a chilling
Damn.
to the character, as the Purple Hulk is not just a force of destruction, but also a weapon of calculated terror. In the comics, the Purple Hulk became a major threat to the Ultimate Universe, wreaking havoc on the world while challenging heroes
Holy
like
shit.
Spider-Man and the Ultimates. His presence underscored the dangerous potential of combining human malice with gamma power. The Purple Hulk is not only a unique variation of the Hulk, but also a perfect reflection of Norman Osborn's greatest traits: his arrogance, his intellect, and his willingness to go to any lengths to achieve dominance. Orange Hulk. The
What?
Orange Hulk originates from Earth 295, the alternate reality known as the Age of Apocalypse. This
Okay.
is a multiverse tragedy where many iconic
I
Marvel
forgot
characters take on
about
darker,
that.
more extreme
That was such a
forms
long time
and
ago.
catastrophic events that have shaped their world. In this universe, the Hulk gains his incredible powers not from gamma radiation or rage, as in the main Marvel timeline, but from absorbing solar energy and the sun's rays. This unique twist
What?
on the Hulk's origin makes him a distinct and fascinating figure in the multiverse. Fueled by solar energy, the Orange Hulk is a powerhouse unlike any other. His strength does not rely on emotions or adrenaline, but on the inexhaustible energy of the sun, giving him a near constant reservoir of power. This adaptation not only sets him apart from other versions of the Hulk, but also makes him one of the most formidable variations, as his strength isn't tied to the volatility of anger. Instead, the Orange Hulk operates with a calm yet overwhelming force, making him an efficient and relentless force of destruction when unleashed. In
God damn.
5's Age of Apocalypse, the Orange Hulk's abilities reflect the dystopian nature of his universe. The solar-powered Hulk is a weapon of unmatched potential, capable of bringing devastation to a world already teetering on the brink of ruin. His connection
Holy
to the
shit,
sun
man. That's fucking dope. I didn't know about this.
resilience and sustainability.
Holy crap.
As he remains exposed to sunlight, this makes him an almost unstoppable force, a living embodiment of the apocalypse that defines his reality. The Orange Hulk is a stark reminder of how the multiverse can reimagine familiar heroes and villains in unexpected ways. By replacing the Hulk's traditional source of power with solar energy, Earth 295 introduces a version of the Hulk that is both innovative and terrifying. In a universe as bleak as the Age of Apocalypse, the Orange Hulk's existence underscores the desperation and extremity of survival in a world where even heroes can become forces of destruction. Blue Hulk.
Ah,
The Blue Hulk is
I don't know about this one either.
Inspiring and powerful incarnations of Bruce Banner's alter
He looks
ego,
like an emo kid.
born from a unique bond with Captain Universe.
Oh.
Captain Universe is the
shit.
manifestation
Yeah.
of Unipower, a sentient cosmic force that seeks out hosts in times of great
That
need.
will roll just about anybody.
The universe. When the Unipower chooses Bruce Banner as its temporary host, it creates the Blue Hulk, a fusion of the Hulk's raw strength and the infinite potential of the cosmos.
Blue Hulk
itself.
also sounds like a fucking
This
drink you order
transformation
at a bar.
results in a glowing blue
Right?
Hulk.
Yeah,
I'll have a Blue Hulk.
Power of
Yeah.
the
Make that a
sentient
double?
universe. Unlike the Green Hulk, whose strength is fueled by anger, the Blue Hulk is powered by the limitless energy of the cosmos, making him nearly invincible. The Unipower
Oh, great, it's the
amplifies
Hulk if
not
you
only
learned
Bruce
yoga.
Banner's strength, but also his
Admit to
intellect,
therapy.
giving the Blue Hulk a level of control and strategic
You had some
thinking
fucking anger management.
seen in his other forms. This makes him one of the most balanced and deadly versions of the Hulk, combining unbridled power with precision and purpose. The Blue Hulk's abilities go far beyond mere physical strength. With the Unipower, he
Have you seen the Marvel Zombies yet?
manipulate matter, energy,
No, not
and
yet.
even the very
Ah,
fabric
it's-
of
I liked
space-time.
it.
These abilities place him on par with the most powerful beings in the Marvel universe, including cosmic entities like Galactus or the Celestials. His glowing
Wow.
is a visual representation
Oh, he's glowing too? That's
of the
awesome.
universe, embodying both its beauty and its destructive potential. However, this version of the Hulk is not permanent. The Unipower only bonds with a host for a limited time.
Yeah,
Its presence
that's its
often
thing.
leaves a profound impact on the individual it chooses. For Bruce Banner, the experience of becoming the Blue Hulk is a rare moment of clarity and unity, where his dual existence as man and monster finds harmony. As the Blue Hulk, he becomes a protector not just of Earth, but of the entire universe, wielding a power that transcends anything he has ever known. This brief but monumental transformation solidifies the Blue Hulk as one of the most extraordinary versions
That
of
looks
the Marvel
awesome. Holy crap.
Brown Hulk.
Yeah.
The
Brown Hulk?
better known as Devil Hulk, is a dark and sinister manifestation of Bruce Banner's psyche, rooted deeply in the trauma of his abusive childhood. Unlike other versions of the Hulk that emerge as external forces of rage or protection, Devil Hulk is a deeply internalized demon, a reflection of Bruce's pain, fear, and resentment toward the world. Adorned with
It
brown,
looks like
scaly
Hulk
skin,
if he was
Devil Hulk
Abomination,
represents
bro.
the worst parts
No
of Bruce
shit.
Banner's subconscious and his struggle to suppress the darker aspects of himself. Born from the emotional scars of a childhood filled with neglect and abuse, Devil Hulk is less a traditional Hulk and more a psychological monster. While he rarely manifests physically, his presence in Bruce's mind is a constant battle for control. This version of the Hulk is not a mindless brute, but a cunning, malevolent force that embodies the suppressed desire for vengeance against anyone who has hurt Banner. Devil Hulk isn't driven by blind rage.
I'm sorry, I'm just completely speechless. That's scary.
So fucking rad.
That's fucking dope, dude.
That last picture is gonna be the cover of my first metal album.
Is manipulative and strategic, using his
Called
deep
it.
understanding
Dibs.
of Banner's vulnerabilities to exert influence over him. His primary goal is to shield Bruce from harm, but his methods
I even
are
decided the
violent
name.
and
It's
ruthless,
fuck
often
with a
pushing
shovel.
Bruce to consider destructive
I'm sorry,
solutions
what?
to his problems.
I was like,
This makes
I've
Devil
even
Hulk
come
both
up with
a
a name for my
protector
band.
and a
It's called Face
tormentor,
Fuck with a
blurring the
Shovel.
lines between ally and enemy within
Is that a
Bruce's
Sabat
psyche.
reference?
Despite his violent
No,
tendencies,
just
Devil
general
Hulk's
fucking.
motivations
There's a.
stem from a
It's a
corrupted
reference to a
desire
song from an
shield
actual
Banner
band
from pain. He is
that one of their
dangerously
songs for their
protective,
titles
seeking
is
to
called
destroy
Face Fuck
anyone
with a.
or
I think it's
anything
called
that
Face
poses
Fuck with a
threat to
Shovel.
Bruce, whether real or perceived. This protective instinct, however, often manifests as a bloodlust, making Devil
Can I
Hulk
help
one
you,
of the
Mooch?
most morally ambiguous versions of the character. Devil Hulk's presence highlights the psychological complexity of Bruce Banner and his constant battle to maintain control over himself. More than a physical foe, he is a reminder of the damage caused by trauma,
Terrifying,
and the
man.
present struggle to rise above the darkest parts of oneself. The Brown Hulk is not just a monster, it's the embodiment of the wounds Bruce has carried for a lifetime and the perilous fight to keep his humanity intact. Black
Damn.
Hulk, the Black Hulk, also
That's
known as
when-
Glow, is a horrifying escalation of the Hulk's already immense power and rage. If the Hulk represents Bruce Banner's repressed anger, Clue is what happens when even the Hulk's anger and frustration reach their breaking point. Known as the Hulk's Hulk, Clue is a terrifying manifestation born from years of suppressed rage within the Hulk himself. His
Damn.
rock-like skin, jagged with magma-like glowing red cracks, symbolizes the volcanic eruption of fury that has been festering.
All right, that's not a great analogy, bro.
Hulk, Clue is not merely a creature of rage, but
Didn't look
also
anything
a
volcanic.
mind of his
It
own.
looks
He is calculating,
like, yes, there's a
far more
like
dangerous
powerful
than combined
energy
force.
welling from deep within, but those aren't cracks. Those are
Isn't a persona derived from Bruce
those are
Banner,
lines.
but an alter ego born from within the Hulk, making Clue an entirely separate being who turns even the Hulk into a victim of his wrath. His emergence is a nightmare scenario, as Clue is stronger, more vicious, and far more focused than any other Hulk variant.
Oh,
Clue's
god
creation adds
damn.
layers of complexity to the Hulk's already fractured psyche. He is not simply an alternate personality, but a
Was that
being
Nova?
who feels neglected and
Yeah.
overshadowed, harboring
That's
resentment for
fucking
being
Nova.
suppressed
It's the
while
young
Bruce
one,
and
though.
Hulk dealt with their own struggle.
Oh.
Over time, this resentment grows into a seething hatred, making Clue a vengeful force that lashes out at anything in his path, including allies like the Avengers. Clue's rage-driven intellect makes him especially deadly, as he doesn't just smash mindlessly, but executes his destruction with terrifying precision and intent. When Clue emerges, it signals a
You shot a beam up his fucking nose.
cannot contain. This black-skinned
I mean, any
monster
fucking
with
port in a
razor-sharp
storm, I
claws and
guess.
overwhelming
Yeah.
strength is the ultimate embodiment of unchecked
I
fury,
wouldn't wanna
surpassing
fucking see
all
that thing
limits
coming
of
at me.
power and
Kind of asshole writer
challenges the Hulk's
pairs off the fucking Hulk and
universe.
the youngest Nova.
That is more than just a physical threat. It's the very essence of everything they fear about the Hulk, amplified to catastrophic levels.
That's
Just
nuts.
the Hulk's nightmare. He's a nightmare for everyone who stands in his way.
Jesus fuck.
Yeah. Oh.
Carnage, speaking of its vulnerability of the Venom symbiote family explored. Hello, and welcome to another marvelous video. We often associate Spider-Man with a number of his enemies, such as Green Goblin and
As
Dr. Octopus.
noted, this
However,
is
there
Marvelous
one
Videos,
villain that
folks, if
comes
you want to take a
mind
look.
even before them, and that is none other
Not
than
that there's anybody
Venom.
fucking here.
Since its introduction in the Amazing Spider-Man issue 252, the Dark symbiote has fascinated fans with its unique and appealing characteristics, leaving them eager for further developments in the world of Spider-Man. After over 3 decades, many symbiotes populate the Marvel Universe,
like that scene.
prompting some fans to worry about the total number of Venom symbiotes that exist. Have no fear, since we are here to tell you exactly about that and more. So strap in as we look at the backstories of of each member of the Venom symbiote family. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. Venom. Starting off the list with the primary alien himself, Venom. The alien symbiote that we're familiar with as Venom first came into existence during the reign of the eldritch god of darkness, Null. Different accounts suggest that it was either the first symbiote crafted by Null or the 998th member of its family. However, a significant portion of its history is shrouded in mystery, as its recollections have been erased, altered, and tampered with several times. The symbiote was ejected from its group after violating Null's directives and was later discovered by Kree explorers. They fused it with Telkar, a soldier, and used its shape-changing ability to break into the Skrull army. However, Telkar erased the symbiote's memories and abandoned it when he rescued a group of Kree refugees. The symbiote later bonded with an unidentified extraterrestrial who used it to exterminate his own species, resulting in the symbiote developing a reliance on aggression. During the events of Secret Wars, Spider-Man encountered this symbiote for the first time and bonded with it, allowing it to merge its abilities into his DNA. However, the web slinger eventually rejected the symbiote after realizing that it was a sentient being with its own consciousness. Later, Eddie Brock, a journalist
that wasn't why.
Spider-Man for ruining
it was part of it.
sought sanctuary in a church.
It was also psychotic.
To his life. The symbiote was present in the church and sensed Brock's intense resentment. It merged with him, resulting in the creation of the infamous supervillain Venom. Venom relies on bonding with a living host to survive, but can also sustain itself independently. The symbiote can shapeshift, including the ability to grow spikes or increase its size, and it can mimic other humanoid forms once it has bonded with a host. Also, when bonded with a host, the symbiote substantially increases their physical strength, causing a significant gain in muscle mass and size. It has non-human teeth that are incredibly sharp and frequently extend to a long, flexible tongue.
I love the rows and rows.
Venom is generally depicted as larger than Spider-Man and possessing more raw strength. However, Venom is vulnerable to fire and sonic waves, which can cause it to experience severe discomfort and exhaustion if exposed to them for an extended period.
Oh, that's awesome.
Carnage. Speaking of its vulnerabilities, it's time to talk about one of Venom's greatest foes, Carnage. Cletus Cassidy, a notorious serial killer, merged with the offspring of the Venom alien symbiote during a prison escape, resulting in the creation of Carnage. The symbiote enhanced Cassidy's already unstable personality, making him even more dangerous. The Carnage symbiote's abilities surpass those of its predecessor due to its unique gestation in an unfamiliar environment, which is Earth. It grants Cassidy incredible physical strength, exceeding that both of Spider-Man and Venom, as well as shape-shifting capabilities.
Carnage is nasty.
Allowing him to generate a web-like substance from any part of his body and form weapons. The symbiote also
is that where you got the idea to shoot the talons, not the talons, but the spines?
Cassidy can stick to virtually any surface and has a form of the web slinger's heightened sense of danger known as the spider sense. The symbiote can transmit information to Cassidy from any angle, allowing him to see in all directions and anticipate incoming threats. Cassidy has an exceptional ability to regenerate body tissues, which is much.
I'm here for the other ones, but this is awesome. Venom is terrifying. Not Venom is terrifying, but Carnage is on another fucking level, man.
Attributes such as size, shape, color, texture, and
A
hardness.
psychotic symbiote merged with a psychotic human.
Similar to Venom. Scream. In the Venom Lethal Protector plotline, Eddie Brock endeavors to live a sincere life
still
while
there?
the Wicked Life Foundation extracts Venom seeds and cultivates them into 5 new symbiotes to act as their personal team of guards.
It is enthralling indeed.
The first-generation offspring of Venom is
I'm gonna grab a drink, I'll be back.
an unsteady being that bonded with the
Keep the reactions live.
security agent of Life Foundation named Donna Diego. Carlton Drake was conducting experiments with symbiotes to create what he dubbed super cops, who would monitor the envisioned paradise of a fallout shelter, and Donna was chosen from a security force composed of police officers, soldiers, and mercenaries. Scream displayed her might by slaying her 4 siblings in a fit of rage, using her hair and tendrils as weapons. Furthermore, once Venom killed Donna, Scream manipulated the deceased woman's body, a stunning feat given that symbiotes are parasites that rely on a living host to survive. The Scream symbiote had a unique appearance compared to other symbiotes in the Marvel Universe. It had a predominantly yellow and orange color scheme with white eyes, which set it apart from the traditional black and red color scheme of Venom and Carnage. When bonded with a host, the Scream symbiote had the ability to provide its host with physical features such as a stretched jaw, sharp teeth, claws, and even flexible hair, which were actually extensions of the symbiote's own body. Apart from the usual super strength and speed, Scream could mimic her clothing to blend in with her surroundings. She also shared similarities with Spider-Man and Venom in that she could climb walls, swing with the help of webs, and possessed a predictive sense that warned her of impending danger. Overall, Scream is a distinct and fascinating character in the Marvel Comics world, having a distinct appearance and abilities that distinguish her from other symbiotes. Her transformation from villain to anti-hero makes her a complicated and compelling character that fans of Spider-Man and Venom comics have adored for decades. Agony. As seen in the Lethal Protector story arc, Agony is the sister of Scream, belonging to the group of 5 symbiote offspring of Venom, created by Life Foundation and their leader, Carlton Drake. The symbiote not only grants its host the standard powers of Venom, but also cloaks them with a blend of dark purple and pink biomass that enhances their physical abilities to a superhuman level. Its unique ability to manipulate biomass in various ways may be attributed to Earth's atmosphere. Furthermore, Agony could use her metabolism to expel acid as an attack. Lasher. Lasher was the third offspring of Venom, a sibling of Scream and Agony. The Lasher symbiote has a green and light aqua coloration and has the ability to provide its host with elongated claws. Its feet are distinctive, having only 2 visible toes instead of a typical boot-like shape. Additionally, the symbiote can manipulate its body to take on various shapes and forms. When bonded with Ramon Hernandez, a mercenary, the Lasher symbiote enveloped him with greenish biomass and elevated his innate abilities to superhuman levels. In addition, the symbiote manifested 6 tentacles on its upper back, with 3 on each side. Its primary mode of attack involved forming long tendrils that functioned like whips, which were especially useful for trapping and lashing at opponents. These tendrils appeared to have a protective layer of mucus surrounding them. Phage. Here comes the 4th sibling, Phage. This orange-colored symbiote bonded with Karl Marx.
Yeah, man, we have some
member from Life Foundation.
some Spooktober stuff planned. I hope you can hope you can be in the chat, man.
Generate bladed weapons from his hands, similar to those of Carnage. Subsequently, Phage attempted to take on the role
Lots of
Life Foundation's group of symbiotes.
We're gonna be watching
Phage lost his leadership.
horror movies. We're gonna do one day that's a big long marathon thing.
Carnage and Venom. He then bonded with the dog and enjoyed
We're gonna be
his
playing
life as a
Puppet
predator.
Master,
Later,
and
he became controlled by
eventually
Carnage's new
we're
symbiote
also gonna be playing Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed, which is $7.99 right now, in case you're interested.
You know the one
Riot.
that's like,
This brings us to the final symbiote sibling created.
I don't remember it. It's the one that was on console?
No. It's a new game. It's a, from what I can tell, it's like Phasmophobia, but you're the Ghostbusters. Right? Right? I'm hyped just thinking about it. Oh, I didn't even look to see if the game was controller compatible. I just fucking copped it. In a second, I need to go look. In the meantime, Riot.
The Life Foundation through the forced reproduction of Venom to serve as guards and enforcers for the organization and compliance. Riot
Steam's
appearance is
extracting
similar to
its
his father,
package.
Venom, with the main difference being his
Oh God, put it away.
coloration. He bonded with the mercenary.
No, do not install.
Trevor Cole. The exact degree of Riot's physical
I don't
strength
want the
is very
package
slow,
installed.
But it was evident that he had a considerably robust build among the other Life Foundation
Drink your
symbiotes.
dinner
The
first.
symbiote could move at super
Right.
speeds, exceeding the limit of human perception. Riot differed from the other symbiotes.
Oh,
as it
thank
tended to
fuck.
create massive blunt weapons such as hammers and maces from its arms.
It's
It may
controller
have been
compatible.
influenced by its host, Trevor's
cool.
aggressive mindset. In the 2018 Venom movie, Riot was chosen
But
as the
yeah, I'm
primary
hyped for
villain
that.
despite being
Bloodlines 2, I've already copped it. I'm just waiting for it to release.
However, the film gave the blue symbiote a chance to show
And that's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm gonna be playing that on Mondays.
formidable opponent of Venom. Unlike the comics, Riot was
And,
depicted as an extraterrestrial entity.
Shit, I might play it more than one day a week. I wanna,
and
like,
was shown to be more powerful
and I'm
than
honestly
Venom
thinking
in
of
the
starting
movie.
with the Tremere,
Toxin. The symbiote
because I want to see how an elder Tremere coming back from torpor reacts to how the Tremere have fallen. I want to see that play out, you know what I mean? Because the Tremere have lost a lot of clout.
known as Toxin was created from Carnage's lineage as the 1000th symbiote and was believed to be the most formidable.
But you can also play Banu Hakim, which are essentially Assamites.
Bonded with a police officer named Pat Mulligan.
You can play La
Spider-Man saw
Sombra.
Toxin as his true ally among the symbiotes.
Bruja Ventru.
Temporary alliances with Venom
Toreador.
before. Even before its birth, Carnage despised the new symbiote and feared that it could be more powerful than him. Meanwhile, Venom became aware of Carnage's pregnancy
No Gangrel.
and attempted to protect the new symbiote,
I
hoping
don't
to
think.
raise it as a new ally. However, Venom was worried that the new symbiote, being the 1000th of their kind, might have genetic breakdowns that
Maybe
could
they
lead
do,
to
I'm
psychotic
forgetting.
and violent behavior. Patrick Mulligan was a New York City police officer.
Geez, none of these
dealing with personal
none of these
concerns
offspring
due to
are
mental
nice.
depression and the stress of starting a new family. While on duty one night, he happened to come across the place where Carnage was giving birth to Toxin. To keep the symbiote hidden from Venom, Carnage attached it to Mulligan, who became the symbiote's new host. The Toxin symbiote inherited the powers of its two predecessors, including the ability to adhere to walls, transform into another human, and build infinite webbing. Toxin's look was red from the belly upwards and black from the abdomen downwards, since Patrick Mulligan was the initial host. Like its father, Carnage, Toxin would blend in with its environment and become invisible, a skill acquired from its grandpa Venom, and can also manufacture solid weapons from its limbs. Toxin differed from other symbiotes in that it did not attempt to seize control over the mind of its human host. Instead, the symbiote engaged in discussions with its human host and expressed its own opinions. Scorn. After being torn apart by the Sentry beyond
Maybe
Earth's
that's what the
atmosphere,
relationship
Carnage was
kinda like
presumed
between
dead, but it was
Slack
later
and
discovered that
Phoenix.
it had survived
Yeah.
and returned to Earth. Michael Hall found Carnage and brought it back to Shriek and Dr. Tanis Nieves, who used Shriek's abilities to keep Carnage alive. They hoped to use the symbiote's characteristics to develop prosthetic limbs and exosuits that would function like symbiotes. Dr. Tanis Nieves received a cutting-edge
Oh, wow.
prosthetic arm through an experimental procedure, and while temporarily bonded to the Carnage symbiote, it gave birth to a new symbiote called Scorn. Scorn took up residence in the Doctor's prosthetic arm and acquired new abilities to control and bond with technology, enabling it to become technopathic. Since the Scorn
that's
symbiote
dangerous
was
as
grown
shit.
inside a cyber-symbiotic prosthetic,
Holy
it
fuck.
had merged with technology to the point that there was no clear line between the symbiote and robotics. It was primarily colored in purple and gray and had a more muscular build compared to Scream and Mania, but was not as large as Venom. Based on the shine on the gray parts of its body and its strong resistance to electric attacks, it is speculated that the symbiote may be partially metallic. The symbiote was techno-organic, allowing Tanis to manipulate and integrate technology.
That's
into her
insane,
own
dude.
This ability extended to a wide range of technology, from advanced weaponry to complete
Like
modification.
getting a hold of some Stark Tech or some shit. That would be
Venom
like
had a difficult period when Eddie
Sleeper.
discovered that Venom was concealing that it would spawn. Feeling that the offspring might become another Carnage, Eddie decided to keep it safe and isolated in Alchemax after it was born. While there, the young symbiote closely connected with Dr. Steven, who conducted experiments on it. The symbiote developed chemokinetic skills, enabling it to produce pheromones and chemicals with varying effects. It
Oh,
became
wow.
known as Sleeper and bonded with a few hosts, but usually took the form of a feline-like creature on its own. Its first host was Eddie Brock. Sleeper, in addition to possessing the
Oh,
technical
wow.
abilities of Spider-Man and Venom, could also produce a range of chemicals and pheromones that could induce various mental states such as euphoria and sleep. In contrast to the other members
Wow.
of its family, it could
PTSD.
materialize a physical form without needing to bond with a host.
I'm having trouble
and it
hearing
did
you.
not yet have eyes that resemble the ones on Spider-Man's suit. Its skin was black and it possessed 4 eyes with red irises. Sleeper could divide into several branch symbiotes linked to various hosts and controlled remotely by the primary symbiote. It could also make self-assembling, remote resonant ectoplasm, allowing it to build a functioning replica of itself while remaining active elsewhere. It also had the ability to transform into different shapes, such as a feline or lupin form, as well as
We're
taking
trying to
on
start
the
shit with the
appearance
neighbor's
it
dog.
assumes
No,
when
ma'am.
not bonded
Yeah.
with a host.
fuck that.
After the events of the separation anxiety and Scream's departure from the Life Foundation, the remaining symbiotes were imprisoned in the raft. A guard named Scott Washington witnessed their experiments, but initially didn't care about their suffering. However, he later developed empathy and helped them escape. The symbiotes combined to create a new powerful entity called Hybrid, which bonded with Scott. Using the Hybrid symbiote, Scott sought revenge against the
This is some of these are so new to me.
His brother. It had predominantly
Right?
red skin with black accents. Hybrid shared many many abilities with Spider-Man, Venom, and Carnage, such as wall crawling, web slinging, and shaping his symbiote into weapons and a membrane for gliding. It had the ability to provide its host with features such as sharp teeth, claws, and tentacles, which are actually a part of its own body. Additionally,
we assume that.
strength, durability, and the ability to shoot off independent pieces of his symbiote to communicate with allies.
Oh, wow.
Team. In the Carnage USA story, when Carnage attempted to conquer the city of Doverton, Colorado, the U.S. Army assembled the Mercury Team, consisting of 4 soldiers from different military branches to protect the city. They were provided with symbiotes from the now separated hybrid, with each member using their symbiote for a specific purpose. Let's check out the members, starting with Officer Marcus Sims, who was a 10th Special Forces group member and had been assigned to Lasher to use it as a weapon, as it could bond with war dogs and other bipedal creatures. Next was Lieutenant James Murphy, a Navy SEAL specializing in heavy munitions who had been assigned to Agony, which transferred the weight of the weapon directly to the ground, making it easier for the user to carry heavy artillery. The third member was Lieutenant Rico Axelson, also a Navy SEAL member, a sniper assigned to the symbiotic phage. This symbiote allowed the user to hit targets from impossible distances that are usually out of reach for a standard sniper. And last, Officer Howard Ogden, a member of MARSOC, specializing in reconnaissance and direct action.
Holy
He
shit.
had been assigned to Riot, which allowed the user to move quickly and silently and climb walls. Raise, as part of a ritual involving the Darkhold, former FBI Special Agent Claire Dixon bonded with the Raise symbiote created by Carnage. Agent Claire Dixon was the leader of an FBI team assigned to eliminate Carnage, who had become the target of a cult that worshipped the elderly deity Cthon. Carnage developed the ability to generate controllable symbiote spawns at will after he was exposed to the
Is
magic
this
of the Darkhold.
AI?
One of these spawns was the Raise symbiote, which bonded with Agent Dixon and
Usually
put her
it's
under
not.
Cassidy's control. However, she was eventually liberated when another symbiote, which had merged with Jubilal Van Scotter, utilized the Raise symbiote to vanquish Cthon and imprison Cassidy. Raise possessed green-colored skin and had yellow-colored irises. When bonded with a host as Raise, the symbiote had the ability to provide features such as a stretched jaw, sharp teeth, claws, tentacles, and even a forked tongue, which were all part of its own body. Despite
obviously, bro,
to display her ability,
we know that. Come on.
Than most of the other symbiotes spawned by Carnage and Venom. Being one of Carnage's offspring, she possessed greater strength than any of Venom's progeny. Venom 2099. In the Earth 928,
But I didn't really know much about this one.
2099, the Venom symbiote underwent mutations, resulting in the acquisition of new abilities, such as acid saliva and blood, and a higher level of intelligence and threat. However, this advanced symbiote was bonded to Kron Stone, who intended to just use it to torment Spider-Man 2099. Kron's molecular bond with the symbiote transformed him to an extreme degree, even in his human form. He had superhuman strength and agility,
dude, that thing looks so fucking crazy.
That's wild, right?
Additionally, he could create web-like strands of an alien substance and change his molecules into a watery substance because of his adaptable skin and skin-shifting powers. Mania. The Mania symbiote, also known as Maniac, was created by the Ararat Corporation. It was a clone of the Venom symbiote, made using a piece of Venom's
That looks awesome.
who wanted to eradicate all life on Earth, intended to use this symbiote for his goal. Patricia Robertson, a lieutenant in the
See, this is the kind of thing I like about the Marvel Universe, is all these, like, variants of things.
And planned to use it to kill Eddie Brock, the original Venom. But Bob's actions caused the clone to merge back with
They're not afraid to add new characters to the mix.
However, Bob's plan to exterminate all life on Earth never succeeded. Later, a former soldier, Flash Thompson, bonded with the Venom symbiote and became Agent Venom. During his time as a substitute gym teacher in Philadelphia, Jack-O-Lantern attempted to kill one of his students, Andy Benton, with
Jack-O-Lantern?
To protect her, Flash unintentionally bonded
Right,
the
it has a
symbiote clone to
Jack-O-Lantern
Andy,
head.
who
What
was
the fuck?
unaware of its true nature. Andy then dubbed her
Not gonna lie,
Mania and began
I don't hate it.
crime. Mania was a black symbiote resembling Venom. However, it had 6 eyes, and the symbol on its chest was more of a wing shape compared to Venom. Mania could also sprout additional limbs, further enhancing its spider-like appearance. In the events depicted in the storyline of The Secret History of Venom, Mania only had 2 eyes. Anti-Venom. Anti-venom
This
was
one is
formed from the
cool.
remains of the symbiote inside Eddie Brock's body. These remnants were infused with the powers of Martin Lee, or better known as Mr. Negative,
Oh, I didn't know that.
a special being that sometimes acted as a hero. Anti-venom was an unintended result of a series of events involving Eddie Brock, who was dying from cancer, and Mac Gargan, who was temporarily bonded with the Venom symbiote. With the help of Martin Lee, the director of Feast, Eddie's cancer was cured using Lee's light force abilities, but he experienced unexpected side effects. When the Venom symbiote tried to leave Gargan and bond with Brock, remnants of the symbiote mixed with Eddie's newly altered biology and formed a new symbiote entity, which would later be called Anti-Venom. This accidental creation became one of the most powerful symbiotes ever. He had a white skin with a black face and a spider emblem on his chest. Anti-Venom possessed the typical powers of a symbiote, but its more notable ability was its cleansing touch, which could be extremely painful or even fatal to other symbiotes. This touch would also affect Spider-Man, causing him to temporarily lose his powers. Bizarrenage.
Oh, I remember that. Like, he took all the radiation out of his blood.
A series of one-shot comics.
It wasn't malicious. It was like, I want to heal you.
Universe called the Amalgam Universe, situated on Earth.
There's
9602.
he also tries to get to heal Peter later on when he ends up basically becoming God.
Oh wow!
One of these characters was
Like Peter becomes a god himself, he's basically a thane of like some spider god.
Bizarrenage was a
Yeah, the spider totems.
Project Cadmus through the synthetic
That shit gets complex.
DNA. Unfortunately,
Very much.
the experiment went awry, and the crystalline symbiote broke free from its embryonic tube, causing destruction.
Robin plus Spider-Man. Gross.
Spider-Boy, an amalgamation of Spider-Man and Superboy, were able to defeat Bizarrenage.
Oh, that's way better. Why would he need to swing?
Carnage's abilities and could bond with any human host, but he was fixated on bonding only with
What, do you have a parasite gun?
Bizarrenaging to describe its bonding process with human hosts. Marvelous verdict. That brings us to the end of the video. To summarize, the Venom symbiote family tree is broad and diversified, with several distinct personalities and storylines. Each member of the Venom family, from the original Venom, Eddie Brock, to more recent rivals like Mania and Anti-Venom, has their own particular features and talents. The symbiote's capacity to link with multiple hosts has opened up unlimited possibilities in the Marvel Comics world, resulting in some of comic book history's most memorable story arcs and characters. The
remember the dinosaurs?
Is unknown, but
the dino symbiotes?
They will remain a formidable
God,
force.
those things are fucking crazy.
And oddly enough, Deadpool was in that story. Who'd have thunk, huh?
Oh, I thunk it pretty good.
Weirdest Spider-Man variants? Maybe not.
No clap for that fucking penis joke. It was a pretty good penis joke.
I didn't get it.
Cause like, who'da thunk it? I was like, oh, I'd thunk it pretty good.
Oof.
Not going into that fucking territory. Jeez, no, thank you.
What?
Furby robot dog, babe. There you
Yeah,
go, something for you to watch.
It's terrifying.
Miss Moo has a fond love for Furbies.
Fans of Marvel movies might think that Thanos is the ultimate power in the universe.
Oh, no, not at all.
Mad Titan doesn't
She
even
likes
rank in
how
the top
creepy
10
they
most
are.
Powerful Marvel villains. From a dark
They're
mirror of
so
the greatest
fucking
mind on
creepy,
Earth
dude.
to creatures
They really
from
are.
the multiverse, these are some of the most dangerous threats Marvel
Yeah,
heroes
because
have
I really
ever
want to hear
faced.
that at 3 in the
Thanos
morning.
may have taken out half of the universe, but compared to villains who destroyed all of creation, he's just a rookie. So strap in and prepare yourself, because today we're bringing you our top 10 strongest Marvel villains. Weighing in at number 10 is Onslaught, the dark side of Professor X and Magneto unleashed. Onslaught was a sentient psionic entity born from the consciousness of two of the most powerful mutants on Earth. Professor Charles Xavier, leader of the X-Men, and the villainous Magneto. Onslaught represents all of the pain and anger of Xavier's accumulated experiences, amplified by Magneto's hatred and lust for power. Onslaught began to take root inside of Xavier when he psychically attacked Magneto after the villain nearly killed Wolverine by ripping the adamantium from his skeleton.
Yeah, I remember that shit. It was everybody was talking about it.
Consciousness and place him into a catatonic state.
Is that the first time he did it?
His rivals,
I think so, yeah.
Magneto's grief and anger amplified every
I think it was the first time.
feeling that Xavier had ever tried to suppress. Amplified by pure hatred, Onslaught possessed all of the powers of Professor X and Magneto, which allowed him to combine Xavier's incredible psychic power with Magneto's control over the electromagnetic spectrum.
Oof.
He was also able to absorb other mutants and obtain their abilities.
Oh, what? I didn't know that.
And the powerful psychic Nate Gray, two Omega-level mutants, Onslaught was capable of just about anything, even creating a second sun to kill his enemies.
Whoa.
Onslaught drew the attention of
God damn.
might of Marvel
It's a little
heroes, including the
excessive.
Avengers, when he kidnapped Franklin Richards, the son of Mr.
He basically
Fantastic
spirit
and
bombed
the
him.
Invisible Woman. To slow the heroes down, Onslaught unleashed an electromagnetic
Yeah,
force
right.
that destroyed all
Spirit bomb.
technology in New York City. This caused planes to crash and triggered explosions throughout the city. It even decimated the Avengers and the Fantastic Four's technology, including Iron Man's armor and
My
the
government
Android
pissed off
Hero
what appears-
Vision. After his physical form was destroyed, Onslaught became a being of pure mental energy.
Sorry, you were saying?
Defeating the form.
Oh, no, I wasn't saying anything.
Efforts of every non.
I was like, your government did what now?
All absorbed a piece of Onslaught. This effectively vaporized all of Earth's mightiest heroes at once. Onslaught may have had the potential to change reality completely, but he was destroyed before he had a chance to use it. The same can't be said for those villains who top this list, who managed to destroy the entire multiverse. Before we get to those reality,
Yeah, this is gonna get into like these dudes are fucking bosses, you know?
For more plot armor videos like this one. Conquering from the negative zone is the insectoid who's known as the.
And then Brawley shows up.
What's your power level?
The Fantastic Four first encountered Annihilus early in their careers on a trip to the antimatter dimension called the Negative Zone. There, Annihilus ruled
The Negative Zone! Such clever
the
naming.
power of the Cosmic Control Rod, a device that can manipulate cosmic energy, which also grants its wielder immortality. Perhaps Annihilus's greatest strength is his sheer lust for violence and death. Annihilus talks big game, but his obsession with death comes from his own fear of it. When he first encountered the Fantastic Four, he was determined to kill them, admitting that only by killing everything could he ensure the safety of his prized cosmic control rod. All of the violence he unleashed was only to keep the rod out of his hands. Didn't anyone ever teach him that sharing is caring? Unfortunately,
That sounds more powerful than the fucking Infinity Stones.
Power to help heal a mysterious ailment.
Well, maybe, I don't know. We're not getting a full view of its entire power set.
Because his lousy first impression started an obsession for Annihilus. Even though the Fantastic Four gave his rod back when they were finished, the damage was done. Now that he knew more realities existed, he needed all of them to die too. It's taking pettiness to a whole new level. Years later,
God damn right.
Annihilus proved his deadly potential when he assembled a nearly unstoppable horde called the Annihilation Wave that broke out of the Negative Zone. On its first day of invasion, the Annihilation Wave slaughtered millions of worlds. Annihilus even managed to destroy the entire Nova Corps, a cosmic superpower police force.
But that only made Richard Rider more powerful.
Combined power of Galactus, the Silver Surfer, the last remaining Nova, Drax the Destroyer, Star-Lord, and a united army of freedom fighters. The war finally ended.
Do they fight freedom?
Ripped the insectoid conqueror's spine right out of his mouth. As they would say in Mortal Kombat, fatality.
Yeah.
Annihilus is able to go
I knew about that. That's
superheroes
fucking-
like Nova or the Thing. He wields the cosmic.
It's
control
insanely
rod,
crazy, dude.
Immortality, can shoot energy blast and control matter. When he wore the powerful weapons known as the quantum bands, his strength was amplified to Thor-like levels. But what makes Annihilus truly frightening is his single-minded devotion to death and the mindless hordes at his command. And while obliterating millions of worlds is terrible enough, Annihilus is still an amateur compared to the frightening god of the symbiotes who has been
Oh, yeah. No?
to all of creation since the dawn.
This dude's insane.
Slamming
This
the
guy
gavel
fucks.
at number 8 is Mangog, the Judgment of Gods. Mangog is a ferocious monster with one mission: to destroy the gods. Mangog
fuck
was
are you talking
created
about?
as
Look
the
at him. He
sum
looks
total
like a
hatred
cute
of
little
race of invaders
guy.
that were slaughtered
Yeah.
and
Oh, you're just a guy. Oh, you're a little fella.
billions made flesh.
Oh, Jabbo, Jabbo.
Deep beneath Asgard for centuries until it was unleashed from its prison. Mangog went on to rampage.
Mangog. Who's your good Mangog?
Tearing down the walls of the kingdom and smashing through the mighty army of gods. Even after the armies of Asgard toppled a mountain upon the beast, Mangog continued his march.
Yeah, why'd you think the mountain would work?
Battle, the mighty Thor could not even harm the creature.
Oh,
Mangog
fuck.
shrugged off the attacks and threw the thunder god around like a ragdoll. It was not until Odin awoke that Mangog was stopped. Odin revealed that it was he who had created the beast as a living prison. By undoing his spell, Odin revived the race that had been imprisoned, splitting Mangog back up into the billions that formed it and ending the threat. Mangog
What?
was reborn years later.
That's
when the
kinda
original
fucked up,
son was
Odin.
no longer worthy to wield Mjolnir, and Jane Foster had taken his place. Mangog laid waste to the kingdom of gods. With Odin's son unworthy and
I mean, see why they wouldn't put him in MCU. Kinda goofy.
Ultimately, Jane took up the hammer once again, willing to give her life to save the gods. Knowing this transformation would be her last, no matter what, Jane gave the battle her all and sacrificed her life to put an end to Mangog by chaining the beast to Mjolnir and tossing them both into the sun. Mangog's strength is basically unlimited. As the collective hate of billions, the Mangog possessed all of the combined power of its race. Driven by pure hatred, Mangog is virtually invulnerable. So mighty was his strength that he could quell a storm with the power of his voice and swallow Thor's lightning and spit it back at him.
Oh, fuck.
Seems to grow stronger
That's
the more
dope
he
looking,
fights. He
dude.
was only ever defeated by the nearly omnipotent or a Thor possessing his power or through great sacrifice. Unlike the gods and demons we're looking at next, Mangog has no fancy abilities, no reality control or magic spells or lasers. He's just strong and unstoppable, and it was nearly enough to kill Thor on multiple occasions. Mangog
Son of a
major role in
bitch.
Jane Foster's journey as Thor, and with that run being adapted in the next Thor film, there's a chance that we might see Mangog rampage on the big screen soon.
Oh,
Ascending
no.
into
But this is only 3 years ago.
Is Korvac, the man who would be God. Michael Korvac was first introduced as a computer technician from the 30th century who betrayed humanity when the alien race known as the Badoon invaded. He joined their
Badoon. Oh, one of the worst names in Marvel, man. They're the Badoon.
And killed the scientist who
Yeah, sure, print it.
operation on him. He was then transported through time by the cosmic elder, the Grandmaster, an ancient being who loved contests of all kinds. Korvac used his cybernetic body's ability to copy energies to scan the Grandmaster's powers. This allowed him to tell.
I love that they got fucking.
These early Korvac appearances.
Why did that one at the bottom look like Bobby Hill?
What the fuck's the characters?
Bobby Hill.
Korvac wouldn't become interesting.
Oh, I
until he
missed it.
Appeared in a classic
He's
Avengers
the yellow
story.
dude with the
Korvac arrived in the present day and
dude, it's
encountered
so goofy
Galactus's
looking.
world-devouring spaceship. He tried to download the
fuck?
ship's data and knowledge into his own mind, but in doing so, he was imbued with the power cosmic and granted godlike powers.
I've been trying to catch up with the shit that's been happening lately in Marvel.
But the sudden rush of power gave him
Yeah.
a bit of an ego. He now
The hard
believed
part
it
is where to
was his
start.
job to bring order to a chaotic universe
You know?
under his rule. When the Avengers ambushed him, Korvac went on to kill all of the heroes who dared attack him as if they were nothing. Korvac was weakened in the battle, though, which caused his wife Karina to doubt his powers and plans. Distraught and betrayed,
No,
Korvac
I mean the
decided
comics.
of will.
Yeah,
In his
no,
final
dude.
act, he revived the slain heroes just as the psychic Avenger Moondragon
They're barely
observed
covering
that his
Civil War in the
ultimate goal
movies,
was to
and
help mankind.
We are far
After
beyond
the Badoon
Civil
race
War.
turned Korvac into a
Yeah.
cyborg, he was able
Oh,
to use his
we're after
computerized
the
body to
fucking invasion,
analyze
no?
and
After
adapt any
the
energy
Skrull?
he scanned. One
Oh yeah, Secret Invasion happened.
Yeah, like there was Secret Invasion that already happened too, where it was like a lot of supers.
One super didn't know he was a fucking Skrull until they like revealed it
Skrull.
to him, and even at that, oh Skrull, and he still ended up, yeah, he still wanted to like be a good guy.
I wonder who that was.
Once he copied the Grandmaster's powers, he could teleport through time and
remember who it
space, and
was.
scanning Galactus's technology raised
But I
him
think
to
it
a
got
nearly
retconned anyways,
divine
it doesn't
level
matter.
of power.
Yeah.
This gave him the ability to project.
That's what
and
it's the hard
control
part of
incredible
catching up
levels of
to.
energy. Korvac's powers were so great that the
Is-
Collector, the nearly
big-
omnipotent
Whose line is it
elder of
anyway?
the universe, told the
Hold on, I'm
Avengers
sorry.
I was like, Marvel Comics on their continuity sometimes is like a game of the whose line is it anyway.
Like where
It's all made up and the points don't matter.
yeah, like it, still like just to like have some basic knowledge of the most recent shit.
Korvac had the potential to end all of reality.
It's
before
it's
Korvac
still
zapped him out of
hard to
existence from
find a place to start, regardless.
Korvac had the unlimited potential of a god, but was ultimately defeated by his own human fear of losing his love. The next villain on our list has no such emotions, simply a mission to kill everything and bring darkness. Reigning at number 6,
Yeah.
the void that existed before the
No, God of the.
primordial
Well
god
done,
of the
y'all.
symbiotes Null. Now this baddie might be the
Hey, J Raven Gaming, how's it going, man? We're just chilling. Myself and my buddy Chaos, we're catching up on Marvel and just sort of chit-chatting, chilling out. Very low key.
Formed the darkness into a blade and beheaded one of
Glad
the
to see ya.
Celestials with one mighty blow. The remaining Celestials
Oh,
banished
yeah?
Null into the darkness where
That
he
sounds
grew in
cool.
power and hate.
I'm probably not gonna get
In the
it,
shadows, he used
but
the Celestial skull as a forge and
I
folded his
mean,
power into
it
a
looks
deadly blade
good.
He dubbed All Black the Necrosword. With this enchanted blade, he roamed the cosmos, extinguishing all life he encountered. His reign of terror lasted eons until one day he fell in battle and the Necrosword was lost. There it was taken by a being
joins the chat and an ad starts.
carried on Null's legacy of death. As Null recovered from the loss, he learned that he could create life from the darkness. Thus was born the symbiote race, a parasitic species that would one day spawn Spider-Man's nemesis Venom. Eventually, one of Null's creatures, the Grendel, came to Earth. There it did battle with Thor,
Even
and when
funnier
he used his
'cause
magic lightning, the pain of this attack traveled through the Grendel and
After,
into Null himself.
recently in one of the
The
comics,
lightning forcefully separated
Peter Parker, Spider-Man, and fucking Venom have like reconciled.
Oh yeah.
Like they've made up, and it's because fucking yeah, they've done a full face turn with Venom. Like
Oh yeah. For
he is
for a long
wrestling
time.
term. Like he had this like whole touching like conversation with Peter Parker. It was like, yeah, blah 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 blah. And you know why? It's because Venom had a kid. He finally became a dad and was like, yeah, I've been an asshole all this time. Maybe I shouldn't be an asshole anymore.
Like a human offspring or a symbiote offspring?
I think it was a human offspring.
Null from his hive, scattering the symbiotes and stranding those that had spread throughout the galaxy. As the symbiotes bonded with races across creation,
Venom,
they
you be a
became
papa.
infected with ideas of morality and turned on Null. They buried him deep in the center of a massive horde that became their
Now,
homeworld,
I might
Centaur, where he
just
was
stop
in
Friday
prison for
streams.
countless years. Null's power
I
was
get
the first story in the series,
nothing.
in Black, which told the story of his attempt to destroy Earth.
It's good to see like at least one person come in hanging out, though. You know.
His strength is his ability to control darkness to create weapons and living beings.
But
he has such vast control of darkness,
people don't want to hear about Marvel. They probably have better
Earth
sources
from
for
the
that
sun
shit,
by
you know.
wrapping it in a massive wave of symbiotes.
So we'll probably wrap it
Able
up
to
probably here
project
around
his
9
consciousness into any of these spawn and
Central
control
Time.
them from across the universe. The symbiotes range in power and form, with the weakest being like Venom, super strong by human standards. These symbiote creatures have a mind of their own and can develop personalities.
Oh yeah, that shit's terrifying, dude.
That it can make even the
An
most
army of
docile ones
symbiotes.
turn rabid. When Null is possessing one of his own spawn, their features change, forming a red spiral where their eyes would normally be. Null's symbiote dragons were probably his favorite way of causing destruction. They are massive beasts that could decimate cosmic empires and slay armies. The only things that have ever been shown to do Null significant harm were Thor's lightning, the force of Silver Surfer's power cosmic, and Venom when he briefly held the Unipower, the ancient light of creation itself.
Oh
Venom's
wow.
not likely to show up in the MCU, but Sony's Venom movies seem to have taken inspiration from the Venom series that introduced him and explained the origin of the symbiotes. So there's a possibility he might show up in Sony's Spider-Verse. With his
No.
ties to Gore, the main
That's
villain of
dead.
the upcoming movie Thor: Love and Thunder, there may be some references to Null.
Mercifully dead.
Emerging from the void at number 5 is Chaos King, the primordial dark.
This dude is nuts.
Mikaboshi, the Chaos King, existed in the formless dark void that was the Earth. Mikaboshi ruled over the dark alone until life sprang forth. This angered the Dark God, who waged war against the deities responsible for defiling his kingdom. He was trapped away for centuries in the underworld, where he gathered his strength and recruited an army of demons.
Dude, this guy's supposed to make Null look bad? Damn.
Throughout the cosmos. In the process, he killed immensely powerful beings, including the Impossible Man, an annoying little imp who can control matter, and the Demon Nightmare. This time, Mikaboshi managed to overthrow the Olympian gods and bend them to his will. With their combined power, the Chaos King was able to defeat the combined forces of Thor, the Silver Surfer, Hercules, and Galactus. Mikaboshi's dark magic allowed him to perform horrific feats, such as using the corpses of gods as a vessel to carry his armies, which bursted out from the chest.
Damn, that's fucked up.
That's crazy. Holy shit.
Was able to step across
Holy fucking shit!
The gods without effort, laying waste to the pantheons in the process. His power grew to a point that he had absorbed the very essence of the universe. Mikaboshi
fucking A.
Control his form, turning his limbs into
holy crap
copies of himself.
The whole essence of the universe? Jesus fuck.
The dead as a vessel for himself and his demon hordes. At his strongest, he was a threat to all of reality itself. The Chaos King might be one tough demon, but his capacity for cruelty doesn't quite measure up to the next demon on our list, who relishes in manipulation and trickery.
Mephisto. Yep. Called it.
Number 4, Mephisto, Lord of Hell.
Fucking called it.
Mephisto is one of the most cunning villains in the universe, preferring to use his wits and trickery to torture the people of Earth. But that doesn't mean he isn't powerful enough in his own right. An ancient demon.
Sorry if it's a little more chilled out than usual, Jay.
Mephisto's true
you're gone anyway, so good to see you.
He may not be the real devil, but he's perfectly happy to let people believe it. Mephisto's main goal is to populate his kingdom by enslaving the deceased souls of humans and torturing them. Mephisto's favorite pastime is making deals with mortals. Notably, he helped Spider-Man and Mary Jane undo their marriage as a part of a deal to bring Spider-Man.
And I look at Duchess and Dumpling, and I was like, "Hi, kids!" And I hear from Dumpling this little like chortle, this little kind of like noise, and then a little slightly higher pitch from Duchess, the same fucking tone. I was like, "Yep, mom's personality, dad's body." She's got like she looks like she's got the tomcat head and just bulky body, but all fluff of her mom.
Oh,
so she's like a compact floof. But she's just such a weirdo too, dude. She's such a weird cat.
That's crazy, man. Hey, we're gonna probably just go ahead and wrap it up right here. It's been a slow night, and I'm just not feeling the energy. You know, might as well, cut and run.
yeah, no, I get you.
So,
hey, if you want to join me tomorrow for chat or whatever, or continue talking, I'm gonna be doing tomorrow's morning skate. I'm just gonna do a skate session tomorrow.
We'll see how I feel.
I was having fun trying to get into that from that hole in the church onto that ramp. I'm dedicated. I want to make that platform.
I get that, man. I might join you. Maybe. Depends on how I feel. You know, I don't like to make a commitment and then I feel like shit in the morning.
Yeah, I get you. No, I'm not gonna go on in the morning. I'm going technically morning, but late afternoonish. Okay.
Cool. All right, man.
Well, see you then.
Yeah, man. Later.